Okay, now we want to talk about why should you study geology. So here are 4 reasons. So reason number 1 is to understand and make decisions about news reports about Earth-related issues. So anytime that you watch the news, they normally talk about things related to geology. So if they're talking about an earthquake that has happened somewhere in the world, that's geology. If they're talking about a volcanic eruption, that's geology. If they're talking about pollution, that probably has something to do with geology. And so if you have studied geology, then you'll know what they're talking about on those news reports, and you'll also be able to evaluate what they're saying and whether or not what they're saying is true or not. Okay, then the second thing is to give you an awareness of the planet. And so so the next time that you are out in the country and maybe perhaps you see a mountain, think about how long did it take to make that mountain? What were the geological processes that made it? And when was that mountain made? So by the end of this video series, you'll have an understanding for just how old the planet is and how a lot of these structures that you see have been made. Okay, then the third one is to understand the impact that humans have had on the environment. So again, in the news, you hear lots of stuff about global warming. You hear things about acid rain. You hear things about pollution in the water and pollution in the air and pollution on the surface of the earth. Well, if you have an understanding of geology, then you will understand how these things have happened, and then also what can we do to limit the impact of those problems. And then finally, to raise your interest about geological processes, so that the next time that you are out in the country and you are looking at something, so if you have a geological background, you'll know how that occurred, and perhaps you'll have more of an appreciation for it, and you can understand more about the beauty of the environment that you're in and just how precious the earth is. Okay, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the basic themes of this course.